What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Gloss Garage. We make detailing simple. My name's Stock, and today I have something special for you guys. I'm gonna make this intro quick and sweet, and pretty much I am recording this after the fact because the day I did get this vehicle to detail, which was yesterday, it was a super busy day. We had a bunch of vehicles to do, and yeah, so that's pretty much it in terms of what I'm really showcasing today. Is really just Phoenix EOD products. They just kind of like a slept on company, which I love. Aaron, he does amazing stuff, and here it is, Kronos 2.0. This is my third time using this. The first bottle was actually sent to me from Kronos, and then a second bottle was also sent to me by a detailing buddy. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Pelias panel prep, no introduction. This is my probably like top 3 panel preps that I enjoy using, period, in the detailing game. And then I also really wanted to showcase Fabulous finishing polish, just because we did end up using Audace on the paint for the cutting step. And just a quick rundown of the history. The owner did take this to a body shop to repaint like 2 panels from the door. And on top of that, what ended up happening was he wanted a ceramic coating. He got them to do the ceramic coating, and they came back with a bunch of like rainbows, streaks, high spots. You'll see it everywhere. And you'll see even after we did the wash that somehow the ceramic coating was dead flat on certain panels. But that's about it. I had to come over and, I wanted to ensure I removed that coating, the streaking, any type of residual ceramic inside the pores of the paint. So we just did a quick passes with Audace from Labocosmetica, and then we did the finishing polish, Pelias panel prep, and then the ceramic coating. But we'll get more into detail on that. If you guys want to order all the products that you guys see here, you guys can order it at the houseofrags.com at the store, so that way you guys can get everything in one spot, not just from Phoenix EOD or Labocosmetica, just a bunch of other companies as well. So that way, whatever detailing company you support, you can get it at the House of Rags. So yeah, so other than that, let's get started with the video. All right, let's get started with the wheels and tires. And one thing to note, I did record and do this vehicle back in November. I just have a bunch of content I haven't released yet. And if you haven't noticed, I've been posting a lot more frequently on YouTube since, things got a little bit less hectic in my life, especially with the process of finding a home and all this stuff. So just stay tuned. A lot of content will be coming out, and I will be posting a lot more frequently now. But all in all, for the wheels and tires, I am using ADS tire cleaner diluted 1:3, and I am also using Jimbo's Pure Magic cleaner, which you can't get at the House of Rags. But I only use Jimbo's Pure Magic cleaner when it comes to neglected vehicles or it needs a complete reset for the wheels, and I am using an acid wheel cleaner to make sure I remove all that embedded brake dust and everything. And hopefully once we get to the rinse process, let's see on where that ceramic coating is, or it looks like they just coated one half of the vehicle and left the other half uncoated. It's just very funny. But all in all, this is how the wheels came out. Nice, deep clean, no more brake dust anywheres. The wheel wells are completely clean. And here is the after result. This is the before, completely dirty. Here is after the contact wash. This is just after doing the 2 pH from Labocosmetica. We use Primus and Purifica. But this is the post rinse, and we're seeing where is the ceramic coating. No, we did not use an iron remover yet or a dedicated water spout remover. This is just after the contact wash, and we're just rinsing the vehicle, seeing where is the ceramic coating. And of course, just one thing to note, it looks like they just only coated certain sections of the actual vehicle because the whole right half was beating nicely. Look at the hood, it is beating completely as if it has a ceramic coating, and same thing with the front bumper and the whole driver's side. Just nothing on the passenger side whatsoever. Once we rinse, there is no ceramic coating in sight. Same thing with the trunk, pretty much nothing. So all in all, it's just kind of weird that the body shop did this, and this is after we did the whole decontamination step. I'm touching the paint like you're in good hands, but this is what the paint looks like after we've done the whole decontamination step. This is pretty much the paint inspection, I would like to call it, after we're done. And yes, there's a huge scuff mark right there that, you know, he may need to get repainted. We did do a 2-step on it and diminished it a whole bunch, but some of it still remains. But yeah, so this is how the vehicle looks, and we are doing a 2-step on this paint. As I said on the intro, we use Audace from Labocosmetica and Fabulous from Phoenix EOD. But this is how everything looks. Obviously some ceramic coating, smudges that's left over, high spots. Just a terrible job that the body shop did. Now we're up to the compounding step, and I am using Labocosmetica Audace, which is my most aggressive compound which I have in my arsenal at the moment. The only reason for that is because I was trying to diminish, which we did greatly, that huge scuff mark there on the driver's side, and he had a couple deeper scratches all over the driver's side, much more than the passenger side. So we ended up trying to use Audace just to make sure we cut and remove all those defects, and especially all those ceramic coating high spots. Doesn't matter which ceramic coating they use, you just want to make sure that you remove everything and leave nothing behind, so that way it can accept the new coating. And overall, another thing to note, you see me actually tape off the plastic trim because Audace doesn't clean plastic trim. It actually stains it, and those stains that you see on that plastic trim is way before us. You saw it on the before walk around. The body shop stained the plastic trim all over the entire vehicle, so they just did a poor job overall. But yeah, so I will show you how the paint came out. Yes, it will leave a crazy amount of haze, but this is why we end up using Fabulous finishing polish for the second step. As you can see, I'm using Phoenix EOD's Fab Polish with the DIY Details Gold Standard Waffle Pad. And yes, I am doing a bigger section than what I was doing with the compound because I am not cutting. I am here to finish and remove that hazing left behind. And one thing to know, after we did this whole section fast, you still see a little bit of a haze when I put the light and doing the walk around again, or showing the door again. And we just found out that we just needed one more extra pass with the Fab Polish just to remove that extra bit of hazing, because again, we were pretty aggressive with the Labocosmetica Audace and the wool pad just to ensure we remove every single defect, and especially remove whatever BS coating they put behind. But yes, we did find out that we just needed one more extra pass to give that extra gloss, and you will see it here in the sunlight on the quarter panel that we ended up doing. And once we took it out in the sun, everything just looked beautiful. Now to the part we've all been waiting for. Here I am applying Kronos V2 from Phoenix EOD, and yes, I've used their V1 before. If you check out my previous videos before, I have used Kronos V1, but this time I'm using Kronos V2, and they changed a bunch of things in the formulation. And here I did show Pelias panel prep, and the only reason for that is I did do that off screen. And if you have been following my channel, I always say this: Pelias panel prep to me is the top 3 panel prep in the game at the moment. I truly enjoy that panel prep. And yes, so let's get back to the Kronos V2 and what I think about this ceramic coating overall. One thing that I must say is that they definitely changed up the user experience. Before, with Kronos V1 was very grabby, and especially to remove. Now with this one, Kronos V2, is they also increase the work time, meaning that you don't have to wipe off right away and you won't get scared about getting any high spots. And if you saw here, yes, it still has its typical rainbow effect on the paint, but look, I just let it sit there for 2 minutes on a sunny panel that's a little bit warmer than usual, and it just comes off easily. Yes, they increase the work time. Is it super slick while you're wiping off right away? No, it's not super slick, but after an hour or two, the panel does get pretty slick, which I enjoy. Is it the slickest coating out there? No, it is not the slickest coating, but it still does feel very slick nonetheless. Now here I will show you the other part that I truly enjoy. And one thing, I wish I picked it up here on this camera angle, but I just couldn't get it. It just wasn't popping up on camera, is the darkening agents that I feel that they added. It has like this jetting effect on the actual panel, where on the black panel it saturates it and makes it like a deeper, darker look. It's kind of hard to explain, but visually you can really see it, and it just makes black pop, which I truly enjoyed that aspect as well. And a great addition that they added, or formulation that they added on the Kronos V2 that I did not really get on the Kronos V1. But that's pretty much it. And here is the part or section of the video of just showing the huge work time, like I said earlier, of the Kronos V2. I am applying it to the entire hood. In this clip, I'm not gonna lie, I did cut off a little bit. I did bite more than I can chew on this part, and I did leave it longer than usual. And that's something that if you're going to do a bigger section, you really do have to work rapidly. I felt like I should have stopped at half the hood exactly right there. And yeah, so all I had to do was just apply more coating on the left side, reactivate it, and just wipe off right away. Very easy, very simple, but just something to know. But overall, you can do a bigger section, and this panel was warmer because the sun is hitting the panel. If I was in the shade, I definitely could have got away with doing the whole hood, but again, it's black paint. You know, I was just testing the waters. But here you see the rainbow effect starting to go away and dissipating, and this is the best time to remove the ceramic coating and start removing it. So by the time I start leveling off this whole driver's side part of the hood, I move on to the passenger side, and very easy to wipe off. But like I said, I waited a little bit too long, especially on kind of direct sunlight per se, but that's neither here or there. Still easy to apply and remove. No regrets whatsoever on this coating. Just overall a easy to use coating. And here are the results. Let me know what you all think, but this vehicle just looks super glossy and glassy. And yes, I did apply solution finish like I said earlier in the video, and this was the part where I applied it on pretty thick just because I had to do 2 layers, and then I leveled it off. I haven't leveled it off in this clip whatsoever, but this is the next day, and the vehicle just looks amazing. No more streaks on the entire driver's side, and when it was on a overcast day like this, you could see the streaks like crazy. But overall, this is how the vehicle came out. Just looks amazing. The owner was just shocked. He was astonished. And yeah, Phoenix EOD product line is definitely a slept on product line. Let me know what you all think, and you guys can get this all at the House of Rags. Just use code DMS at checkout for 10% off, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace.